Welcome to the channel. Our today's subject of discussion is paint defect number 13, that is a color mismatch and a tinting. Our discussion will include definition, illustration and photograph, causes and countermeasures, repair method, blending versus tinting, and explanation to some important terminologies like color corrected lighting and Kelvin scale, sun gun, and why stirring or agitating is necessary, panel painting, and finally introduction to the next topic. Color mismatch is a paint effect where the repaired or repainted area shows a visible difference in color compared to the original finish. This discrepancy may result from variant in paint formulation, application technique, or curing process, and is especially evident when inspected under daylight or color-corrected lighting. Here are the two photographs depicting this defect of color match in automobiles. The original finish and the repair area exhibit a noticeable difference in color when viewed under the same lighting conditions. Coming to causes and countermeasure, number one, weathered finish. When the finish is old, it is weathered and oxidized. Faded or chalked surfaces alter light reflection, making color matching unreliable. Therefore, compound or polish the existing surface to restore the gloss before comparison. Number two, OEM color drift. That is, original finish has shifted from a manufacturer standard. The recommended countermeasure is use updated or variant color decks and select the blendable alternate closest to the actual finish. This OEM finish, this OEM drift color, this was a shift due to batch variations or environmental exposure. Number three, probable reason could be formula inaccuracy. That is, incorrect weights or wrong formula used. That is, a slight deviation in a mixing formula can cause noticeable mismatch. Therefore, double-check formula codes, weight, and a color label before mixing. The fourth probable cause could be incorrect reduction. Color is over or under reduced during mixing. That is, incorrect viscosity affects the film build and shade, especially in metallics and pearls. Therefore, follow recommended mixing ratios on the product label and follow the technical data sheet. Number five, probable cause could be improper spraying. that can cause uneven film thickness and inconsistent overlap distance or speed can change the color appearance. Therefore, use proper technique, refer to training or label guidance for correct application methods. Number six probable cause could be inadequate agitation. That is, colors not properly stirred or shaken. In this case, settled pigments or metallics may lead to color variation in the final coat. Therefore, the recommended countermeasure is mix thoroughly using mechanical shaker or manual stirring until uniform. Number seven probable cause could be incorrect spray gun setup or nozzle configuration. Wrong air cap or pressure may distort metallic layouts or cause uneven fill. Therefore, use setup recommended in product data sheet, test pattern and adjust as needed. Number eight probable reason could be panel only repainting. Panel painting without blending into adjacent panels. In this case, color difference is notable without gradual transition. Therefore, always blend adjacent panels or edges when matching color is uncertain. Number nine probable cause could be wrong light source. That is colored viewed under fluorescent or poor lighting. Lighting can distort color perception. Daylight shows the true color. Therefore, to observe, to correct this, use daylight or color corrected lighting 5000 K to 6500 Kelvin scale for evaluation first before taking any countermeasure. The tenth probable cause could be adjusting color before spraying or base before clear coat. Color cannot be judged accurately until it is sprayed and cleared. Recommended countermeasure is always spray tunnels and apply clear coat to evaluate color under all angles. Now, coming to the repair method in case of color mismatch. In case of color mismatch, the objective of repair method is obviously to eliminate visible color difference between the original and repaired areas by using blending and or tinting techniques. As a first step, evaluate the color accurately. Visually compare the mixed color to the vehicle under natural daylight or color corrected lighting of the scale of 5000 to 6500 Kelvin, and thereafter check both face tone, that is observed at 90 degrees angle, and side tone, that is check it at 20 to 60-degree angles. At the step number 2, decide on blending or tinting. In case A, if the color is close enough to blend, or proceed directly with blending techniques. Prepare the adjacent panels, that is, sanding, cleaning, masking, to accept blended color. Apply the base coat by feathering out into adjacent panel using controlled spray technique. Apply clear coat over the entire blend area for uniform gloss and protection. If the color is not matched, and then it requires a tinting. Tint the color using recommended toners or tint to adjust hue value or chroma. Perform a spray out test panel to verify the adjusted color is blendable. Once acceptable, prepare the adjacent panels for blending. Respray the repair area using the tinted color and blend into the adjacent panels. Finally, finish with clear coat application over the blend area. After completion, then go ahead for final inspection. Check the repair area under multiple light sources. Ensure invisibility of the repair from all viewing angles. Correct any detectable transition using spot finishing or reblend if necessary. What is the difference between blending and tinting? Blending is gradually fading the new color into the adjacent panels so that the transition is invisible. It is used when color is close but not exact. Tinting is adjusting the color formula by adding toners to change its hue, value, or chroma. It is used when color is noticeably different. In practice, blend to hide slight mismatches and tint the color first if blending alone won't help. An example in this case could be a car's right front fender is scratched. Even after mixing the exact color code, the new paint does not exactly match the door beside it. So the technician paints the fender and lightly blends the color into the front part of the door, then clears it, the entire area to make the transition invisible. Here is a infographic showing the difference between color blending and tinting. Now, explanation of some important terminologies used in this presentation. Number one is color corrected lighting. Color corrected lighting that simulates natural light, typically between 5000 to 6500 Kelvin scale, is used for accurate color evaluations. Why it matters? It is very important because it prevents color misjudgment caused by artificial lights, that is, yellowish halogen or bluish LED. It reveals the true color, highlights metallics and pearls properly. It helps detect mismatches before final application. For example, day 65 daylight tubes, sun guns, booth lights rated at 5500 and 6500 Kelvin. Here are two pictures of Kelvin scale which in lighting and color matching. You can observe that 5000 to 6500 K represents natural white and which is the best light to observe and evaluate color matching. Why it matters in automotive painting. Light below 5000 Kelvin warms the color. Reds may look richer, whites more creamy. Light above 6500 color cools the color. Silvers, blue, and whites appear cleaner but can mislead your perception. Ideal color evaluation range between 5000 to 6500 Kelvin, also called D65 standard daylight. Summary. The Kelvin scale helps secure you are viewing color under the most accurate, consistent lighting, especially when blending or checking color match in automotive refinishing. In automobile painting, tinting refers to the adjustment of the paint color by adding small amounts of other colors, that is, tints or toners, to achieve a closer match with the target or existing vehicle color. The alternative to the Kelvin corrected lighting is sun gun. A sun gun is portable, high intensity color matching light that simulates natural light, typically 5000 to 6500 Kelvin. The purpose of this tool is used to inspect color accurately, particularly metallic effects and finish quality. Sun gun helps painter see mismatches that are not visible under normal workshop lights. It is especially useful for tinting and blending processes. Why stirring or agitating the paint is necessary. That is, mixing the paint thoroughly by hand or machine before use. The purpose of stirring or agitation or agitating of the paint is to ensure even distribution of pigments, metallics, pearls, or binders. It prevents streaking, mottling, or off-color result caused by settled material. It helps in maintaining viscosity and sprayability. The best practice is always shake or stir base coat and clear coats for the time recommended on the product label. It could be 5 minutes machine shade or 10 minutes hand stir. And lastly, what is meant by panel painting? Panel painting is painting only the damaged panel, without blending into adjacent panels. Why it is risky? Even if paint is matched, small variation in spray technique, substrate color, material batch, weathering of the original paint can result in visible color mismatch. Therefore, avoid unless you are 100% sure of perfect match. Prefer blending to adjacent panels to ensure seamless transition. With this, we conclude our today's discussion on the subject of color mismatch and tinting. Our next topic of paint defect and countermeasure would be defect number 14, that is cow webbing. In the meanwhile, do drop your comments and share your experience to further improve the contents of this channel. Thank you and thank you very much.